and I'd like to talk to you today about my experiences of starting up my own business. Firstly, a bit of background about myself. I'm a qualified chartered accountant, and I'm also a qualified chartered tax advisor. I did my training with a specialist tax consultancy in Surrey. I was away from Wales for about 6 years, and I returned in late 2013. I first started my practice in late 2014, and at that time I was still working full-time and doing private consulting in the evenings. It's only been in the last few months really I've been able to concentrate full-time on developing my practice. And so during my talk today I'd like to talk about 3 key points, 3 important things I've learned in setting up my own business. The first thing is the kind of headaches and challenges you will face as an entrepreneur. The second thing is the market. And the third thing is the real reason why I've been successful as an accountant. Firstly, the headaches. When I first started, I was working full-time as an employee, and I did my consultancy in my spare time in the evenings. Back then, I thought it would be easy enough. I thought, I'm hardworking, I'll work during the day, I'll do some private work in the evenings and weekends, and I'll find some success that way. But as I learned, there was a lot more to it than that. Setting up as a self-employed accountant, there were lots of unexpected things I encountered. I mean, 3 of the hardest things to sort out were installing my accountancy software, writing my own website, and registering myself with HMRC. And when you start your businesses as well, you will find there are lots of snags and difficulties right around the corner, which you just cannot predict at all. But the positive side of this is that you learn. If you're patient and you're tenacious, you will overcome these obstacles. When it came to installing my software, I mean, I'm not an IT expert at all, and basically I had to force my brother at gunpoint to install it for me. When it came to my website, again, I'm not an expert. I actually learned how to do it from watching videos on YouTube. And when it came to registering myself with HMRC, it took months really. I really had to nag them. But in the end, I set myself up as an agent with HMRC, which, as an accountant, is a really vital thing. There were lots and lots of things which could have tripped me up. But in 10 years, I'm not going to be saying I could have started my own accountancy website, but I didn't know how to do it. The second thing I'd like to talk about is the market in South Wales. And the truth is, believe it or not, there is money everywhere. At the moment, I work from home in Swansea. In the fullness of time, I will need to rent my own office and start recruiting my own staff. And something which was on my mind when I first started out was that there'd be no call for my skills, that there'd be no demand for it in South Wales. I mean, if you look at the news, every night there's some sort of bad news about the economy in South Wales. But the truth is, that's very pessimistic, and there's a lot more to it than you might think. Don't let the bad news you hear every night, don't let that stop you. Most of my clients are people like self-employed people like myself, company directors, people who rent out their own properties. In other words, successful people, ambitious people. Most of my clients really do make a bit of money, and the clients that lose their money, at least they've had the courage to have a go, to try their best. And incidentally, if you are losing money, if you're making losses, there are tax benefits to that, and things you can do to cut your tax bill using losses. When I was an employee, working full-time rather than working for myself, I found that even in South Wales, there were clients I had who made 6-figure salaries. Even in this area, there are people out there making big money. If you look at the yellow pages, and yeah, it does still exist. Look, there are thousands of businesses in South Wales. They all need accountants, and all of them will need whatever your business does as well. I mean, starting out, I've told myself that if I could find one client and make a success of that client, then I'd succeed. That client would, he'd tell his peers all about me. and it would grow from there. And it turned out that I was right. I did start finding clients, and they spoke to their clients as well. And my business grew from there. And thirdly, I'd like to discuss the real reason I'm finding some success now. And the main reason is that I have a skill. I can do something. As a chartered accountant and a chartered tax advisor, I can genuinely say that in my area, I'm an expert. I mean, it took 6 years of studying and work experience before I could reach where I am now. And even then, I was only starting out. That's the kind of thing you need to think about as potential entrepreneurs. It took me years to accomplish what I have. But that's just one profession. You're capable of doing just about anything out there. Again, if you look at the yellow pages, there are hundreds of different business areas. You could have the potential to be doing any of those kind of things. But the next 2 or 3 years will pass. So in 2 or 3 years, will you have learned a new skill? I mean, will you have had the courage to start developing your own business? Or will you still be stuck with what you're doing now? I mean, I've used the example of accountancy a lot. I mean, it takes about 3 years to become a chartered accountant. You haven't got to do that, but there are loads of things you can do in night school. There are loads of things you can do through distance learning. You've got the potential to do just about anything out there, learn any kind of skill there is. And on top of that, if you are qualified to do something, what's stopping you? You've got the potential to go out there and sell your skill and start developing your business. In conclusion, I'd like to say that if you want to be successful, you have to be ready for years of thankless tasks and very little money, and you could even lose money. But the people that succeed, the people that win, they really do take that risk. They go out there and they make that sacrifice. And that sacrifice is just one domino. When that domino falls down, they all win, and you will find some success. Now, I'd like to leave it there, but if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
How do you feel about your experience?
I'm genuinely glad I did it. It took studying to be a qualified accountant, qualified tax consultant. It really took years. And the reason I started looking for work on the side is because I really do enjoy my job. And I really do enjoy the advice and research I do. And it just grew from there. And even though I have a young business, I'm very glad I did it.
Did you know you always wanted to be your own boss, or was it something very recent?
To be honest, it's been quite recent. When I worked full time, I really did enjoy my job. And quite by chance, there's a website that they call Elance. I mean, I don't know if you know it, but that's one of the first places I started finding work. It was as a subcontractor rather than a direct advisor. But I found I really started doing that, and it grew from there. It's been a few months, and it's got to the point now where I can concentrate full time on my business. But I didn't wake up one day and decided I wanted to start my own business. It happened quite unexpectedly, to be honest.
Any more questions? Well, thank you very much.